What's good, y'all? I'm about to drop the realest talk that you heard all week. You keep waiting for the stars to align. Some perfect storm of money, confidence, support, and endless energy. Guess what? That moment isn't coming. If you're just standing there with your excuses in your hand, I'm broke, I'm alone, I'm too damn tired, I'm scared to death, you're not alone. We all been in that place, and the only difference between you and the ones that make it, they do it anyway. I grew up in a spot where you either hustle or get swallowed up by the streets. There's no in between. The second you hesitate, the world pounces. So this rant right here is ripping the band-aid off behind all the excuses you make. You do it alone if nobody got your back. You do it broke if you can't scrape $2 together. You do it tired even as a third shift leaves you drained. And you do it scared because fear isn't an excuse. It's just a test. A lot of us expect an entourage, a cheerleader, or a team to hold our hand. Forget that. You might be the only one that sees your vision. Your friends might shrug at your ideas. Your family might roll their eyes. That's how it goes. But let me tell you something. If you can handle it solo, you become bulletproof. When you learn how to record your own videos, do your own edits, handle your own finances, every skill you pick up is a whole new layer of armor. Then when people finally come around, because success attract people like moths to flame, you already know how every part of the hustle works. Nobody can shortchange you because you've done it all. Alone might sting at first, but it's the greatest teacher. Don't talk to me about how you can't afford equipment or how you don't have the funds to start. Man, let me break it to you. Half the hustles that made it were using borrowed phones, Wi-Fi from the library, filming in the basement with busted lights. Being broke force you to innovate. If you can't buy a fancy camera, guess what? You got a smartphone with a camera. Use it. Don't have money for a graphic designer? Teach yourself the basics of free software. Get resourceful. This generation has access to free tools, YouTube tutorial, open source programs, entire communities that share knowledge for $0. I've seen people blow up on social media armed with a budget phone, raw talent, and the grit to keep posting when they didn't have any likes. Being broke is not a death sentence. It's a spark of creativity if you choose to see it that way. Maybe you're holding down 2 jobs. Maybe you got a family to take care of. Maybe you're in school and your workload is insane. By the time you get 5 minutes to yourself, it feels like you collapse. I get it, but exhaustion should never be the reason why you quit. It's the reason why you find a better strategy. Sometimes you got to push through them nights where your eyes are dropping and your body is screaming for rest. But here's the trick. Prioritize. If you only got 30 minutes before you pass out, use that 30 minutes wisely. Prep for tomorrow, schedule your content, answer emails. One well-used half hour could move the needle. More than 3 hours of half awake on your phone scrolling social media. And believe me, burnout is real. So I'm not telling you to skip sleep indefinitely. You got to be smart. Take micro breaks or take power naps if that's your thing. And let me stress this. Fueling your body matters. Drink water. Get some type of nutrients in you. Maybe do a quick stretch, a short walk. It sounds corny if you're from the street, like who got time for self-care? But if you don't recharge just even a little, your body gonna shut down on you. The hustle demands energy, so manage it like a precious resource. Tired doesn't mean done. It just means shift gears. Get strategic and keep the fire going. Fear is the biggest liar you will ever meet. It tells you you're not good enough, that the world's gonna laugh at you, that you're guaranteed to fail. Fear doesn't listen when you take action. It just loses its grip on you. You do the thing anyway. Call the client, launch your website, drop the video, audition for the role. And your heart might pound at first, but the moment you hit upload or walk on that stage, you realize fear is hot air. Even if you stumble, the sky doesn't fall. You learn, you adapt, and you come back stronger. That's how every champion is made. They were terrified at first, but they acted in spite of it. If you wait till the day you feel brave, you will never start. Let me paint a scenario. You're alone, you're broke, your dogs are tired, and you're shaking in your boots. Because this dream is bigger than anything you have done, that's when you find out what you are really made of. It's easy to grind when you have all the support, all the money, full energy, zero fear. But that's not real life for most of us. Real life is grit. Real life is facing the mirror and saying, no one's coming to save me, so I better save myself. That's the difference for those who talk and those who do. You might say, but I don't have time. Make it. Wake up an hour early, sleep an hour later. Watch one less Netflix episode. Replace some mindless scrolling with real progress. The world is full of folks who say they wish they can do something, but never get past that wish. Don't be them if you want to stand out. Do the work when nobody is cheering for you. When your bank account screams, give up. Your energy is empty and your heart is about to pound through your chest through fear. That's how you earn your stripes. Here's a harsh truth. Nobody owes you nothing. You can sit around and complain that you don't have no sponsors, no mentors, no big break. Crying about it doesn't change nothing. People would just pass you by if you stay in that victim mindset. Instead, harness that frustration. You alone decide to hustle another day or call it quits. This is your story, your journey. If it scares you, good. If it drains you, learn to pace yourself and keep going. If you broke, get incentives. If you're alone, build them self-resilient muscles. Every single challenge is an opportunity to prove that you're unstoppable. Think about it like this. Let's say if you did push through, you keep building little by little, day by day. You find free tools, you watch tutorials, you grind on your lunch breaks, and you face your fear by uploading your content or emailing that investor. Eventually, something is going to click. Maybe it's a small win, a new client, or a viral post. That momentum is everything. Suddenly, you're realizing I just made progress when I didn't have nothing going for myself. And that confidence fuels that next step. You do it again and again until you carve out a lane for yourself. One day, then you look back and realize that you're not alone, because success tends to attract people who want to work with you now and learn from you. Maybe you're not broke no more because your hustle's starting to pay off. Maybe you're tired, but you're tired on a higher level. Tired from being in demand from real growth. Maybe fear shows up, but now you know it's just background noise. That's the payoff from pushing through the storm. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. You will want to quit like 1,000 times. You will question your sanity when you're up at 2 a.m. editing a project or studying for an exam with bloodshot eyes. But easy is overrated. Easy don't teach you resilience, and easy sure don't lead you to real success. The grind molds you to the person who can handle whatever that comes next. So do yourself a favor. The next time you catch your mind feeding you that old line, I can't do it because I don't have no money, no team, I'm exhausted, I'm terrified. Slap that thought to the side and say, yes, you can. You do it alone if nobody's available. You do it broke if your wallet is empty. You do it tired if your eyes are half shut. You do it scared if your heart is pounding like a drum. And you just freaking do it, because life isn't handing out free passes. You are the only green light you ever need. Look, you might fail, so what? Failure is data, it's a lesson, a chance to pivot. It's not a verdict on your worth. Failing at something that you gave your all to is still better than rotting in the corner, forever wondering, what if? Regret tastes worse than any short-term failure. Keep that in mind the next time fear try to paralyze you. In rough neighborhood, we learn quick you either hustle or get hustled. If you're waiting for somebody else to fix your life, you will be waiting forever. It doesn't matter if you're from the suburbs or a tough city block. The principles are still the same. You got to push yourself. The difference is the places where resources are scarce, you learn to hustle the hardest. You become unstoppable because you thrive in the worst environments. And if that resonates with you, you know exactly what strength you have inside. So here's my closing note. You have full permission from yourself to start things that you've been dreaming about. I don't care what circumstances look like. If you're alone, let solitude sharpen you. If you broke, let that fuel your creativity. If you're tired, streamline your routine and keep going. If you're scared, do it anyway, and watch how fear shrinks when you take action. That's it. That's the formula. All that left is for you to prove to yourself you've got what it takes to stand on your own 2 feet. And I promise you, once you start moving, really moving, you'll wonder why you ever hesitated in the first place. The greatest regret is not giving yourself a chance to find out what you are truly capable of. So I'm challenging you right here, right now. Do it alone. Do it broke. Do it tired. Do it scared. Just do it. Because if you wait for perfect, you will be waiting till you're 6 feet under.